Nouveau.
Yo, what's up? This is Young Gerald, G-Eazy, and right now you're listening to Move.
Hey, yeah, fuck with me and get some money, Hey, fuck with me and get some money, Yeah, fuck with me and get some money. Hey, yeah, fuck with G and get some money.
It was just me and Rocky in the studio, just catching up, just talking shit. And, you know, he was like, show me what you've been working on, and I played him some of the album. And then Boy Wonder was in there, and he put that beat on, and the rest is history.
Poppin', always poppin', hella poppin'. She's a bopper, homie, hoppin', ain't no stoppin'.
I don't like being like, I don't know, confined to like, you know, this type of sound or this type of sound or anything. I just, you know what I'm saying, I make music, and, you know, if it connects, then that's a blessing. You know, that song was just like, it was made right on the spot, and we just caught a vibe, and the rest is history.
Signed Gerald, I'm sincere. This year I'm in here, I'll spell it out to make things clear. And meanwhile your end's near, I've got a lane and I'm in gear. You people wonder who's next up, that conversation really ends here.
Looking at my younger self, just foolish, young and dumb, but full of, you know, conviction that this would one day like happen, you know what I'm saying? Not on its own, but by just putting the work in and just never, ever, ever, ever taking my foot off the next, like taking my foot off the gas pedal, you know what I'm saying? Never letting up. That eventually I'd end up here one day, and I kept at it, and that's it. It's equal parts like unbelievable as it is like, well, that's what was supposed to happen. That's what I said would. But at the same time, like, this is beyond my wildest imagination. And that's why I try really hard to just appreciate every moment, you know, to take it in and really like enjoy it, because none of this was promised, none of it was guaranteed, and I'm just grateful to be here.
I've been sitting on the charts like a beach chair. My last album spent 52 weeks there. Almost finished with the second, you should be scared.
Yeah, the scene in the mid-2000s in the Bay Area was a special time, man. The hyphy movement, for those that aren't familiar, it was just this cultural thing going on in the Bay when I was in high school. So when I was like starting to make music and, you know, coming of age, you know what I'm saying? Like finding myself and all that, like really in love with music and just rapping every day. That's the energy that I grew up in, was this movement that was going on. And it was, you know, you had E40 and Kick the Sneak at, you know, the forefront of it, and OGs like Too Short and Mac Dre had just passed. And you had, you know, a whole generation of rappers like Mr. Fab and The Team making really, really, really fucking good music. And it was more than the music, man. It was the dancing, it was car culture, it was sideshows and Ghost Riding Whip, and it was the fashion, it was the slang. It was this whole cultural thing, and it was a special time to be alive, especially to be that age. It was really inspiring. All the music I made when I was a kid was hyphy, you know. That's where I'm from. That's where I come from. The whole tech industry, the whole tech boom, and, you know, apps and all that, like, it's changed the whole landscape of the Bay. You know, it's like, it's priced out a lot of the whole Bay Area, and it's, you know, it's pushed a lot of the culture out, you know, and gentrifying the Bay, and it doesn't feel like the same place sometimes when I go home.
And as far as I can see, I just need privacy. Plus a whole lot of tree, fuck all this modesty. I just need space to do me, get a world what they're trying to see. A Stella Maxwell right beside of me. A Ferrari, I'm buying 3. A closet of Saint Laurent, get what I want when I want, cause this hunger is driving me, yeah.
I don't pay attention to that, honestly. And I don't know how, you know, anybody would be happy if they did pay that much attention to that. You know, it's like, it's okay to be aware and like, you know, read reviews or read comments or whatever, as long as you don't let it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I make my music, I express myself, you know, I do my job, and that's that. Whatever box somebody wants to put me in or something like that, like, why would I let that get to me, you know? Or why would I even pay it any attention? I really feel like, you know, you have to know yourself And if you're confident in that, and you feel comfortable in your own skin, and you feel confident in the message that you're delivering in your music and what you put your name on, then that's your integrity. Who cares what anybody says?
Tu es connecté sur Move.